Welcome to Journey Through the Sea, a podcast about survivorship, healing, and hope. I'm Kerry Postale, cancer survivor and author of Journey Through the Sea. Joining me as host is my partner Joey, who will be helping me guide our conversation as we talk about the moments that shape my journey. In this series, I share the moments that shape my journey from diagnosis to life after cancer, and the lessons that continue to unfold along the way. In today's episode, I'm taking you back to the moment everything changed, the day I heard the words that would shift my life forever. A cancer diagnosis doesn't just affect your health, it changes how you see the world, your future, and even yourself.
For listeners meeting you for the first time, who are you and what is Journey Through the Sea about?
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Kerry Postale, and I am a Shrewsbury resident. I am also a Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in October 2022, and I've been in remission since May 2023. I wrote Journey Through the Sea. It is a short cancer memoir that focuses on honesty, healing, and hope.
Thank you for that, Kerry. Can you take us back to the moment you were diagnosed? What do you remember most?
Yes, of course I can. So I remember I was working from home. It was my lunch break, and I was talking to my mom and sister. And on the other line, a phone call came in, and it was a 617 number, which, if you know, it's a Boston phone number. And I was assuming that it was probably the surgeon calling about my results from my neck biopsy that I had had previously the week before. So he called me and let me know that they studied all of the cells. And basically, he let me know that I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. I had never heard of Hodgkin's lymphoma. I didn't even know what it was. But I knew I was diagnosed with cancer in that moment. I was definitely in a lot of shock and disbelief, and I wanted to know more about it. Basically, he told me someone would call me within the next couple of days to give me the information for next steps, and he wished me the best of luck, and that was it. And then I went back to the call with my mom and sister and let them know that I was diagnosed with cancer. I was very teary-eyed, and I remember feeling alone because I was alone, other than my dog, Lulu. It was just the two of us at the house, and my mom and sister were both like, we would be happy to come over and sit with you and be with you, which I really appreciated.
Yes, thank you for that very candid response. And like you said, the 617 area code, it's both good and bad. Good because most likely it's going to be a Boston hospital, but bad because it is also a Boston hospital. On to the next question. What emotions hit you first, and how did you cope in those early days?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would say the three emotions were definitely fear, grief, and also confusion. I felt the fear of the unknown, like what's going to happen next. I also felt grief, really sad that I was the one going through cancer, and also confused. I questioned myself. I wondered, why was I diagnosed with cancer? I leaned on my family and friends for support during this, of course. I think you never really know like who your true support system is until you go through something like this. And I really did find my true support system. And I hope everyone finds their true support system if they ever have to go through something like this.
Yes, very true. Sometimes people go through this alone, and having that support system for anything is very important. So thank you for that response. How did your life change almost immediately after diagnosis?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think about this often. I am a very type A person. I love being organized and having a plan, and I'm very routine based. And I lost that normal routine when I got diagnosed with cancer because I had to. I had to stop the normal routine. I was working in the office a couple days and then working from home the other days, and I ended up having to work full time from home. So that was a new routine. I also like to work out, and I had to stop that because I had the extreme fatigue. I was feeling like I got hit by a bus. It's the best way to describe it. And I also loved spending time with my family and friends, but I couldn't see them as much because I had to be careful of any illnesses, or I just had to keep myself safe. The next thing was definitely medical appointments. I probably had an appointment every week, couple appointments every week, basically. I had anything from a consultation to blood work to CAT scans, PET scans, you name it. And so the medical appointments definitely took over. And then my identity shifted overnight. I felt like a total different person, like a different person in the same body, which is a weird concept to think about. But it was an interesting experience, and that definitely was what happened when I was first diagnosed.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
and it's not fun. And going back to the previous question about having a support system, everybody around you wants to help you. Some days things will get complicated, and you want those people there. And if you have a good support system, they will be there. And that's very important. So thank you for that. Finally, what would you want someone newly diagnosed to hear right now?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. And honestly, I wish I had heard these things when I was newly diagnosed. So here are my 3 things that I think would be helpful. You're allowed to feel everything. You may be sad one day, tired the next day, but proud of yourself. It's kind of like an emotional roller coaster is probably the best way to describe it. It ebbs and flows. And it's okay to feel all of those emotions. All of the emotions are valid. The second thing is you don't have to be strong all the time. I think most of the time, I always try to be like this Wonder Woman and think I have to be able to deal with this and still be able to do everything in my normal routine. But as I discussed before, your normal routine stops. And it's okay to ask for help, so you don't have to be that strong Wonder Woman that you think you need to be. And the third one is you're not alone. As I talked about before, I had a great support system with my family and friends, but I also had a great support system through Dana-Farber, through Blood Cancer United, and I even met some people through some support groups on Facebook. So there's just so much support out there. And I think that's kind of the main reason for why I wrote Journey Through the Sea is I didn't know anyone my age that went through cancer when I was diagnosed. And I want someone to be able to pick up the book and be able to read it and learn from it and feel like there is someone there to support them. I mean, even if they aren't physically there. So that's really my goal of writing A Journey Through the Sea.
That's a great responses, actually. Thank you. Like you said, this news can be eye-opening, and nowadays with social media, you can connect with Facebook, Instagram, something like that, and find people who have been through this, because odds are you are not the first person to go through this, which is unfortunate. But again, you don't want to be alone, and there are days you actually do want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's difficult to understand sometimes. You have to balance it out, and that's again when the support system comes in. And I think you really articulate that really well. So thank you for that response. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you as well. Before we continue, I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for everyone who has supported me through this journey and the message behind Journey Through the Sea. Looking back now, the moment of diagnosis was terrifying, but it also was the beginning of a journey that taught me more about resilience, love, and hope than I ever expected. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to share with someone who may need it. You can follow me on Instagram, Kerry_Postale, Postale, for upcoming events. You can also learn more about my story and my book, Journey Through the Sea, online via Amazon. Thank you for listening to Journey Through the Sea. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow, share, and join us for the next conversation. Thank you so much.